106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Wow!
Welcome back to the Blues Brothers Minute. This is the show where we discuss the film The Blues Brothers 2 minutes at a time. My name is Tom Taylor, and I'm here with Mike DeMaria.
Well, we had some technical difficulties before, so
of course we did.
Kind of waiting. We've been waiting in the wings for a while, and
I've been waiting.
Kind of I forgot the minute and all that. So this should be interesting.
I forget what movie this is and how it goes. But maybe Dan Lewis can help us.
Oh, I forgot too, but I just realized it's Blues Brothers.
Are you sick of the Blues
fine.
Brothers? Don't be sick of the Blues Brothers. It's a good movie.
I'm bored by it right now, but maybe I'll come out of it. I've got my beer here, and I've got my candles lit.
Oh, beautiful.
And I've got my trusty guitar by my side in case it's needed, but I don't think it will be.
Sounds real romantic.
Yeah. Let's not do that today.
What, the romance?
Yeah,
okay.
no,
Instead, we'll just talk about minutes 89 and 90. We finally get the "God damn it" from Bob from the last minute. As Jake is telling Bob that he's got to head to the Bluesmobile to write the check for all that beer they drank. God damn it! But instead, he and Elwood take off, followed by Bob and the good old boys, and eventually the cops, who promptly smash into the Winnebago.
Right
off the bat here, you got a Bob showing some bipolar tendencies. Because
everybody's bipolar in this movie.
Yeah. For that beer you drink, God damn it! So he's real angry right here, but then in 2 seconds later, he's like, "I sure would appreciate it." He's got a big grin on his face.
Yeah.
It's sort of that. There's that sort of stereotype of like the Southern charm that is barely hiding, like a kind of seething hatred or evil or something.
It's like when people say, "Yeah, they're nice, but it's in this sort of seething way." It's not.
Right.
Yeah. You get that all
There's
the
a
time.
veneer of civility and charm.
Yeah.
They'll
show you that charm,
means...
but you cross them. Cross them, they'll take you down to the creek and chop your head off with a machete.
Right. And we're not talking about any of you beautiful people from the South who are listening to the show. We're talking about just the stereotype.
No, of course not.
Yes.
No. Yeah, you're probably in a city or suburban areas.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the good kind.
Okay, fine.
I do really like it's like we're watching a movie. There's film stuff happening. There's as Jake's backing away and Bob is watching him go, and there's like that slow pull back with the camera as Bob takes a couple of steps as like the engine starts on the Bluesmobile.
Yeah.
It's just slowly dawning on him like, oh, he's not going to go get a pencil from the car and write out the check on the dashboard lid.
Yeah.
He's going to stiff me for all that beer he drank, goddammit.
It's a great moment, but I hate that they cut away from it. I think that shot would be a lot better if they just stayed on it and let him come for a little while before cutting away to the good old boys.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's still very cool, though. It creates, like, real tension.
That shot back to the good old boys is kind of sort of awkward. It's kind of like inserted from like another
You forget
scene
that they've been kind of waiting in the wings, just watching this whole thing. As soon as they pull away, they spring into action.
Yeah,
I sure hope we can get on stage at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
waive
right.
our union fee.
We're doing 2 sets, one at 3 and one at 8 a.m.
Yeah, let's do 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Another way in which this movie is outdated, not just the price of beer, but the fact that they are union representatives, and as we know, I don't think there are union representatives anymore. I'm not sure.
No, everybody's on their own.
Not in this
God
climate.
damn it!
I like how Tucker McElroy's got the white hat, and the rest of the band's got the black hats.
Oh, is that true? I didn't even notice that.
Oh.
You're right. Well, he's the lead singer and the driver of the Winnebago.
And the driver and lead singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lead singer, driver of the Winnebago. I have it frozen right now on Bob's "You're the good old boy." He looks like he's gonna like either vomit or scream, or he's just got like his whole face gets into that "You're the good old boy."
This dumbbell's just figuring it out.
Yeah. I wanted to be like, it's 3:30 in the morning. What are you doing here?
He still doesn't know that the quick draw game isn't his buddy.
Yeah.
So we already know he's a little slow on the draw, if you know what I mean.
Mr. Quick Draw didn't say anything about you being the good old boys.
Yeah, he's gonna go inside and say you wouldn't believe him. Hey, Quick Draw, you ain't gonna believe what was going on outside. That these boys drank a lot of money, drank a lot of beer, and they owe me a lot of money. God damn it! Then they just stiffed me and they rode off in their police car. You're my only friend, Quick Draw.
Why are you just staring at me? How's your day going, Quick Draw? And then the rest of this minute gets a little boring. There's a lot of driving in these 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Did you notice how proud of themselves the Blues Brothers when they're driving away? They're both smiling at each other like they're just so proud.
Yeah.
Quite
that they
smug.
just pulled this
They got away
fast
with
one
something.
over. Yeah.
Yeah. They drank $300 worth of beer for nothing, for
Mhm.
free. I have an excellent question.
Yeah.
Why is Bob driving the Winnebago?
That's
Yeah, it
that's,
makes
I was
no
just going to say
sense.
that. That's no. That's Bob's Winnebago. That's not the good old boys Winnebago.
Oh, it's the
Oh, get
other
outta here. Are you
Winnebago.
serious?
No.
Yeah. Good
yeah, because
point.
it's the truck with the cap. It's the pickup truck with the cap. It's the one that's been sitting on the side of the Bob's Country Burger. So that's Bob's.
Oh my God! It's not. Wait. Oh, is that even technically? That's not even a Winnebago, is it?
So that's a Ford.
Technically.
That's a pickup
Okay. Oh my
truck with
God.
the cap.
Yeah, it's a Ford
Yeah.
with a cap, and it's sitting next
Wow.
to the country bunker. Nice catch there, Mike.
My
Yeah.
mind is blown.
And the
Thanks,
Winnebago
Mike.
is the other one. Yeah. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Wow.
No
I'm
one,
almost disappointed. I want them to be riding in the Winnebago.
no one who's watching
Oh,
this
well.
movie will ever notice what we just noticed or what Mike just noticed.
Yeah, this is why people listen to this show. They're like, I like the Blues Brothers, but do I really know everything there is to know about the Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
I'm
You don't
not
And
gonna
know.
about
about,
with this kind of stuff.
Mike's mental derangement and Dan's foot and
Yeah.
Tom's
Derangement.
unfocused on we.
Derangement.
I don't know. It's just
Why
a
are you
good
talking
word.
about my mental derangement?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm on the
Like,
up.
the reasons that people come to this show. Learn
Yeah.
about things like Winnebagos and the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, and they want
And the
Michael's-
three of us.
they want to follow
and
Mike's
Mike's
treatment and
derangement.
stuff.
Oh yes, yeah. So what they
Yeah.
were talking about is, we get to talk about Dan's sketch and improv comedy, right? And
Yeah.
then we also get to follow and hear about Tom's, published novel, right? But then what do we got? Michael's mental derangement.
Naptimecomedy.com.
Let's get an update.
I'm TomTaylor.com.
Yeah, let's get an update on Michael's mental state. I'll
Yeah.
have you
Yeah.
know that I'm doing just fine. Everything's on the up and up.
Oh, that sounds
Boring.
You sound
No,
good. Yeah.
Coming.
Yeah.
Oh, you sound like we're
little,
making
yeah.
more and more overtures to the two of us hanging out, which is
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Are you-
I'm
It's never a good sign.
Yeah, I'm working things out, getting things going,
That's
medication
beautiful.
adjustments, everything's on the up and up
Are you guys
Hey.
thinking of hanging
Nice.
out at some point in 2019?
at some point.
We're thinking about it.
Mhm.
The year is
Well,
still young.
There's some benchmarks in the restraining order I got to hit before I'm allowed close to Tom's neighborhood again.
Couple more boxes to check off.
You have to wear handcuffs,
Yeah,
and
we
he has
gotta
to wear a
check
neck
off.
brace to avoid strangling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to
I
just
have to dress up like a cowboy.
I have to have a few more court-ordered interviews, and then they'll let me. Yeah, everything's on the up and up. Don't you worry about me anymore.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I stopped.
Yeah, we're not worried about you.
I'm not worried
That
about you
would be
anymore.
patronizing.
But I do have
Yeah.
just a magnificent appetite now. So I think one of the adjustments
Oh,
that I went
Oh.
through is kind of kicked my appetite into high
that
gear.
can happen. It's
Yeah.
emotional.
It's always something.
Yeah.
No, it's not emotional at all. It's just something, and I woke up in the middle of the night and just start. I had the other day I got a loaf of Hawaiian bread because the kids like salami sandwiches on the Hawaiian bread, the King's Hawaiian. Right?
Hawaiian
What's
bread.
Hawaiian
Wait, I don't know what
bread?
this is.
Right.
Slow down.
King's Hawaiian, like the Hawaiian rolls.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't know what that
You don't
means,
know
but
what
I'm starting
King-
to picture it.
You don't know King's Hawaiian?
Well, I don't think of any
No.
type of bread in particular as Hawaiian. I mean, that may be
No, but it's the brand. It's called King's Hawaiian. It's like the rolls,
Oh,
like they're like dinner rolls, but they're really sweet. They're a
okay.
little sweet tasted, but they also make
Oh,
bread.
I kind of
it's
like it.
Mm.
It's like a brioche. Let's put it that way. To put it
Oh,
in
now
your
you
got
fancy
me.
lad terms,
Oh,
right? But it's not the
Sprinkle
fancy
some
brioche,
rosemary
you know?
on there.
Right.
No, so I
Might be good for French
I went
toast.
and I had there was a bag, yeah, exactly, but there was a bag of the salsa flavored sun chips, the chips and salsa. We told that story already,
Yeah.
right?
salsa. Yeah, salsa.
A piece of candy, like a hard candy in his mouth. He said salsa was clacking against his teeth.
I know. I was just trying to
Just
slip it
wanted to
in
throw
there.
him through
And
the window.
unfortunately, I
It totally
didn't want
derailed.
a full
You
derailment.
did it too
Derailment.
well,
I
Dan.
just wanted to.
That's
It was
okay.
too
Just
You
wanted
know
to
what?
blow the horn on the engine, not derail the whole fucking train.
but now you did, and now I'm back into health class. It's like religious health class,
Oh.
So we were watching a film strip on venereal diseases.
Just don't touch your
And-
penis and everything will be fine.
Yeah, and
The
he
end.
said, and he was talking about, having like urges or frustrations or stresses. And he goes, I like to settle down when I'm a little stressed out. I like to, sit down with a snack like chips and salsa. And he had these hard candy in his mouth that was clacking against his teeth. I was like, God, life's going to be so difficult. It's going to be hard. Just sit there listening to that clacking around. I go, it's just not, I'm not cut out for this crap.
All I want to do is think dirty thoughts. God's
Right.
sake.
No, so anyways,
I was subjected to this.
when I was derailed, I put a place marker in so I know exactly where back to go in my story, okay?
Oh,
Okay.
beautiful. You're
All
good
right,
at
Dan.
this.
You left a trail of Hawaiian breadcrumbs to get back.
Yes. So,
Yeah. Kind of sweet,
Yes.
delicious.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
like Yoshi
I
Trail.
had the bag of the sun chips, and I said, I'm just gonna I made a fucking sun chip sandwich at like 2 a.m. So what I did
God.
is I just took 2 slices of bread, and instead of anything in the middle, I just layered like a good inch thick of sun chips,
That's great.
Wow.
and I put the other, and then I smashed it together a little bit, and then I just said,
I love how
crunching
sun,
away.
I love how sun chips. I'm picturing it. I love how sun chips are shaped like a corrugated tin roof.
Yeah, you can make a little house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have not made a potato chip sandwich in so long. When I was a kid, I would make a potato chip sandwich, and God, is it great! The
Yeah.
crunch with the bread.
Fantastic.
You're gonna find this hard to believe. I don't think I've ever done
Yeah.
a potato chip sandwich.
You might want to do it
You
tonight.
might want to, yeah.
I probably will. You know what I did do? This was in my days of thinking that you ever like invent a food when you're younger. You're like, I'm going to experiment. I'm going to try this. These two things sound great together. And then you just sort of like grit your teeth. You're like, this is like deep inside. You're like, this is disgusting. I shouldn't finish this, but I'm going to finish it because I invented it.
Right.
And I'm going to like tell the world that it's great. I took it was when pita bread was getting really big, like in what we like to call the 80s, like the early 80s pita bread, like exploded. It was like a big thing. It was a new
Yeah.
kind of sandwich.
Yeah, don't worry
So I
about
got
them
a
doing
pita
it
bread.
in the. Yeah, they have been doing it in North Africa and the Middle East for the last
Yeah, right.
10,000
No.
years, but sure. Just
But
getting
here
famous.
in suburban Connecticut, it's the new big
It was
thing.
big in the Middle East in the 80s too, and I mean the 80s.
The 1080s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
82.
0080.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
82 BC. Go ahead, Dan.
But here's what they didn't
Go
have
ahead.
back then. They didn't have the pita, the like wheat bread pita. Cut the top off and just fill the inside with Hershey's chocolate syrup,
Oh,
and then you eat that.
Oh,
that's disgusting.
It was revolting. It was really bad, but I was like, "Here's a delicious thing
Wait,
I
how
invented.
old
I'm
were
gonna
you?
eat the whole
Was
thing."
this at creepy camp?
I was like 15 or something,
You're
or
still too old to
14.
be
I was
doing
like some
something like that.
dumb
That's a
pimply age.
10-year-old thing to do.
Yeah, I had too much time on my hands.
but so I chomped
Sorry,
away at that
everybody.
thing, and I drilled that down at like 2 a.m. and just crawled back into bed.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
the next night, I'm like, I think something's up because I'm just like starving all the time, but I'm really just grabbing and gravitating towards just strange things. And then the next
Mhm.
night,
You're pregnant.
I was walking by the kitchen. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get in there." And I had we have the big tin of the Swiss Miss hot chocolate,
Ooh.
Oh.
like the big tin with marshmallows.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate sandwich.
It was pretty close to that. So I just ripped off the top and I grabbed a big spoon. I just started eating the powder.
Oh, you're living the dream, Mike DiMaria.
No, there was nothing.
fantastic.
No, there was
Exactly what I
nothing-
would have done if I was in a headspace like yours.
No, it wasn't good at all. It had the marshmallows.
You should have. Here's what you should have done. You had the bread, right? Cut that into cubes, and then you
Mhm.
mix just enough water in with the chocolate to make a
Mm.
mortar type substance, and then
Yeah,
you make a little
yeah.
brick
God.
wall of the bread with the
Oof.
chocolate and eat it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. The problem was I still had the sweater on that I wore to work, and I'm sitting there just stuffing spoonfuls of hot chocolate powder into my
How
mouth.
many? Okay.
And
How do you
it's like all-
swallow it?
You just swallow it and you just rate a glass of water.
Yeah,
too.
you got to have something
my
to
God.
wash it down. You go with hot
No,
water,
but then-
maybe.
So then
Yeah, just make it into hot chocolate in your
Yeah.
mouth.
in my stomach. No, and
Yeah.
then and I was done. I was like, I gotta stop. What am I doing? And I put it away, and I had it like all in my beard and everything. And but then I looked down at my sweater, and the sweater was just completely covered with hot
Oh my
chocolate.
God.
You look
dust.
like you'd been dusted like
What
a
am I
confection.
doing? Yeah, like a
Yeah.
it's just like what is
You've
going
been
on? with
dusted
me?
like a profiterole.
Yeah. Yeah, I go, this isn't right. I go, this is right. So I looked up the medication I was on to see if it kind of escalated your appetite, and I go, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And then I
May
also
cause
I
Swiss
kept,
Miss to appear in your mouth.
I was pretty close to that because I go reading next and it said, and I said, make a note of that to talk to the doctor. And then I saw the doctor a couple of days later and I go, yeah, that was happening. She's like, yeah, that happens. She goes, it may subside after a while, but there's another side effect you got to look out for. I go, what's that? She goes, in men, it may cause, the growth of breast tissue. I'm like, what? She goes, and it's
which I'm sure the spoonfuls of chocolate don't help with.
Yeah, you sure that's not just a side effect of the first side effect?
And then I just started like crossing my arms over my chest because I'm feeling really uncomfortable now, and I'm just starting to like sweat, like my heart is starting to beat faster, like I'm just getting like ill.
God.
It's like the telltale heart is beating underneath the boards. And I'm losing my mind.
No.
The heaving of those hideous breasts.
Yeah, and she goes, but it's a very rare case. It's like, when they say Advil could cause like, bleeding.
Sure.
I was like, yeah, but this is going to happen. And now I know it's going to happen. And she goes, and it also may cause lactating if that happens. Like,
oh my God.
Like, oh my goodness.
I guess we'll go home
That's
now.
good for making the hot chocolate.
To go with
though.
the Swiss Miss.
You can make the hot chocolate.
Yeah, just shut up. Fuck off.
You're one-stop shop.
Seriously. Both of you just go fuck
The
yourself.
gynecomastia with added lactation. That is a solid boy.
Yeah.
Must be one hell
It's
of
like
a drug.
I got all these side effects, but at least I'm calm.
Yeah, at least you're happy. You can enjoy the hot chocolate that your body is creating.
I was like, you know what? Fuck this, man. I'll get off
Life
this
on
stuff and
Earth.
I'll just take my chances. I'll take my chances with the ruminating thoughts.
Yeah.
Nah, but everything's fine. Everything's going well. Everything's gonna be fine. Thanks for asking.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad.
Now,
You sound good.
tonight. I'm wondering what I'm gonna eat tonight.
Let's take a guess based on you went with the corrugated tin roof processed like oat and corn chunks, and you put them between bread, and then you had the spoons of the chocolate. What's the third thing? Like, is this almost like an SAT? Is there a pattern? What's third?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What do you think, Tom?
If there's a jar of peanut butter in the house, I don't see it lasting much
Right.
longer. I
No,
see a
there's no peanut
spoon
butter
in the
in
jar
there.
of peanut
I'm
butter.
thinking.
But there is Nutella.
I'm thinking
Oh.
spoonfuls of Concord grape jelly, but not spoonfuls. There are no clean spoons, so it's the quarter cup measuring cup used to scoop
nice.
the Smuckers out.
Yeah. Nature's spoon.
Quarter
Yeah.
cup of Smuckers, 5 of them, so 1 1/4 cups.
That sounds really gross. Just
Mhm.
straight globs
Straight.
of grape
As a
jelly.
kid, in fact, I had a kind of paranoia about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches not being proportioned, right? And I didn't like the idea that I would get to school.
We're all really
and that
healthy.
The jelly will have sort of worked its way through the bread, and I was absolutely
Uh-oh.
petrified of it. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have agency. Now I can control these things.
Now that you do control it, do you ever put just a thin protective layer of peanut butter on both
Very
sides
interesting question.
so that the jelly doesn't sink
And
into
an
the bread?
obvious solution that I'm a little embarrassed to say I've never thought of that solution, but it really isn't a problem now because I can control it, and I will take down the sandwich faster than it really. I'm not eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches 4 hours after they make them anymore. Then after carrying
Right.
them to
Like
work
at
in a
school.
More
bag.
of a
Now I do bring
Yeah.
the peanut butter and jelly in a little. I go peanut butter and jelly in a little jar that I keep, like a tiny jar, and I sprinkle it with the very coarse gray sea salt, just a bit, and then I bring that to work with the bread separately, and then I assemble it. It's deconstructed.
Assemble.
I assemble later.
yeah, a point of view sandwich.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I
Sounds
still
delicious.
very very regularly get like peanut butter jelly. Just is not getting old for me. It just
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't want it all the time.
You ever do a banana on it?
No, I've heard of that. I'm not gonna like it.
That's a nice thing.
No, it's like I feel
That's
like
nice.
I'm Elvis or something doing that. I don't want to do that. Next thing you know, you're dead in the
No,
toilet.
no. He made it sound weird because he like fried it and he died on it and stuff. But
Yeah.
no, you just do little thin slices of banana, maybe instead of jelly.
And next thing you know, they
You know,
find
with
you in
the
the
peanut butter, it's
crapper with
nice.
your sequin pants at your ankles. Forget it, buddy.
Yeah. 10 minutes before showtime.
Written in peanut butter on the bathroom wall is "Sorry, Dan.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
were right.
Sorry.
I should have listened to
You were
Dan."
right the whole time.
In the background, you can hear the band playing the intro to Poke Salad Alley.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you're waiting for him to come on stage. He just doesn't
yeah.
show up. Poke Salad Alley.
Keep vamping. Still
Yeah.
trying to work that sandwich through
Hmm.
them. Hey, we get our see you next Wednesday.
There it is.
Big, huge
Yeah, that's
billboard. Some sort of giant ape fighting
That's your
some
Landis.
UFOs and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a
Starring
King
Donald
Kong
Sutherland.
type of movie.
I only just found out the origin of the see you next Wednesday. And I should have known it the whole time. Do you know where you actually got it from?
Tell us a little bit about
It's
that. Yeah,
Kubrick.
I do, but tell us the story.
It is Kubrick. It's from 2001. It's
2001.
Frank Poole is watching that message from his folks. It's like his birthday, and at the very end they say, "See you next Wednesday." And that's where he
Yep.
He puts
Yeah,
that
that
in all
was-
of his movies.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where it is in Trading Places?
Yes, on
Trading
Ophelia's wall.
Places. On the subway.
No,
No.
Mike was right.
Where is
It's
it?
in Ophelia's apartment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right behind her naked breasts.
Yeah, that's why
It's
I
like
probably
it's
never
a movie
noticed that one.
That's right. Might be why you missed it.
Right.
Yeah.
See you next. I watch that movie every Wednesday, and I say to myself, "See you next Wednesday."
Hey, all right. Stopping the film now. I only get this far each time.
Yeah, right.
And I think it actually appears later too in this movie on a movie theater, marquee.
You can't do it twice. Hitchcock didn't show up in his movies twice. He had the good sense
That you
to
know
just do
of.
it once.
Well, here's another thing. So they got the billboard there, and you have those same two cops, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Kokomo, Indiana.
Yeah. I mean,
Same
they're
two
state
yeah,
cops.
Right. It never occurred to me.
They're state cops, but like, what kind of route do they have? What's
There's
their,
one
like,
pair
daily
of
routine?
cops, the entire state of Illinois and Indiana, the
What's
whole
their beat?
tri-state area.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's their
There's two
beat?
cops.
What's their precinct?
We'll start off in Andersonville out in Chicago, and then we'll
That's
just
Park
work our
Ridge.
way 3 hours down to Kokomo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Parker. That's why they're breathing heavy. They're like, they're both just sitting there, just like bored out of their skull.
We were
Like,
Just
how
got
the-
there.
we were looking
no
for
one
a
ever-
billboard to hide behind, and we had to go 380
Yeah.
miles to find one.
Finally.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's that shitbox
I
Dodge.
didn't
again.
even notice. It's the kind of thing in movies where you just take for granted there's a certain suspension of disbelief
Yeah.
and an unconscious one. So you don't even go like, wait a minute, they're nowhere near home. And it never occurred to me.
Unless
Of course.
unless
That's a
unless
different
they've been
Winnebago.
driving. Unless they've been driving for 3 hours.
I thought of that too. I wondered about that.
Oh. No, what did he run
That's
out of
the-
shotgun shells after the first blast?
Yeah. Or
They are-
maybe Our Lady of Acceleration actually worked, and they sped so far ahead of them that
Oh,
they
right.
spent 3 hours out of range of the shotgun.
Well, they were by the time they're pretty close to them when they shoot, and then later on, when the cop car pulls out from behind the billboard and nails the truck, they're way further away from them. So possibly some time could have passed. I don't think enough to get back
Yeah.
up to Chicago.
No.
And plus, it does look like the same background scenery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
It does.
yeah. This is
quite
Kokomo,
rural.
Indiana, and those
Yeah.
cops are there. So that I don't
Yeah.
buy that at all.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Yeah,
Maybe there was a lead that the Blues Brothers were in Kokomo, and they were checking it
Yeah.
out.
and
On the case.
might I also ask, not Bob, but rather the Good Old Boys. What's the singer from the Good Old Boys? What's his name?
Tucker
McElroy.
Tucker McElroy. Sorry, he shoots them with a double-barreled shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to wonder what angle those shotgun pellets went, in order to break the back window, but not the front one.
That seems to happen constantly in movies. People
Yeah.
get their
Yeah.
back. Like, not only did they not get killed, yeah, you're right. The windshield doesn't blow out or anything,
Yeah.
but the back window does.
It could have been that the angle goes down and they just all went into the seats or something, or
Mm-hmm.
or those guys are going to be, pulling buckshot out of their behinds later
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, it's just a nuisance. Like, got slowed down enough by the window that it just sort of stings.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Ow!
but
I got shot.
but Tucker and Bob are very very excited with the outcome of that though. When
Yeah,
when they shoot and smash that window, they're just whooping it up in that front seat.
Right.
they're an immediate team. They've never met before, and they're already like
Right.
partners.
I mean, they might have killed somebody and they're excited.
Yeah. Well, they killed Stein and his lackey.
Yeah.
Or ripped him off.
AFN.
Why exactly is Tucker McElroy and the Good Old Boys. What's their beef with the Blues Brothers right now? Actually, they kind of messed with them and like made fun of them a little bit by pretending to be.
They went on stage to pretend they pretended to be the Good Old Boys.
Well, what do they get?
Went on stage.
That is on the that is on the Good Old Boys. They got there about 17 hours late for their own show. They can't really be annoyed with anybody else for taking their place. And the crowd loved them. They should be thanking the Blues Brothers.
This is true.
Place went nuts for those guys.
They
This is
did like it.
They now think they think the Good Old Boys are fantastic. Rawhide / Stand By Your Man set experts.
Rawhide
Geniuses.
Rawhide it ain't.
That's Tucker McElroy's new slogan, his new motto in life. Rawhide it ain't.
Rawhide it ain't. Good country key.
Yeah.
Let's go with A.
If the shit fits, wear it.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck
If
over.
the shit fits, wear it. So, another thing about the See You Next Wednesday billboard is that it's funny. I was looking at it. I was sort of examining it there. It's a King Kong type character. He's got a hold of a train. So like 4 cars like attached from a train like sausage links, right?
Yeah.
Next to him is like a giant angry tarantula. Then there's like these spaceships shooting at him, and there's a tornado. It's like totally insane.
It looks like a good movie.
It looks like a good movie. I'd see it. I didn't notice. I didn't know any of the names, but then the last name, it says directed by Carl Lafong, and that name immediately jumped out at me. Where I thought, oh, these guys will know what it is, you know. And I couldn't remember what it was, but it was big to me. So I looked it up, and now I realize my dad used to watch these W.C. Fields movies. Obsessively. Like his favorite comedian was W.C. Fields. He loved him, and he would watch him all the time. And I remember seeing Carl Lafong, and one of the characters he was playing was Carl Lafong, and he said Carl, and the guy asked him to spell it, and he goes Lafong, capital L, small a, capital F, small O, small N, small G, Lafong, like that. I just remember it immediately all came back to me.
That's funny.
Yeah. Carl Lafong. That's
like
a W.C. Fields shout out on the bottom of that poster.
I'm now going to admit it's been a night of omissions. I already admitted that what did I admit before? Oh, that I never had a peanut butter, no, a potato chip sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a W.C. Fields film in its entirety.
Oh.
Yeah, way to take a risk, Tom.
I don't think that's
I just got done.
deal.
I just got done admitting that that the medication I'm on may make me lactate, and then you sit here and say, "Well, I've never had a peanut butter jelly sandwich that didn't do this."
We all have our demons.
And also,
we all have our.
I got an admission. I never ate a peanut butter sandwich. I got an admission.
My
I
life
never
is an
saw a
open book,
W.C.
you guys.
Fields movie. I got an admission. I'm
have
growing
nothing to hide.
breasts. One of those doesn't fit.
I'm done. I'm done being the loon on this show. I'm done. Time for you to
Read
take
your
a
contract.
risk. Time for you to take a risk. Put your life on the line, so that when
All
people
right.
see us out in the field, because they'll see us out in the field, when we start going to these conventions and these meetups and these things, they say, "Oh, you know what? It's not only him that's crazy. That tall, goofy one. He's a
Which
little
one's the
nuts
crazy
too."
one?
Yeah.
Man. I'll admit something when the time is right.
Tom,
All right.
I would
Do
start
it
with, if you ever
I
want to
got my
see
potato
one,
chip sandwiches.
I'd go with the It's a Gift, which
Okay.
is I believe the Carl Lafong movie, but I'm not sure. And then the other one, maybe
Okay.
I'd watch The Bank Dick.
That's probably the one I've heard the most about.
Right.
I mean,
They
not
also
about,
do-
but like just, it comes up. The bank dick comes up a
They
lot.
do like that it's W.C. Fields and Porter Call Lafong, and
Yeah.
also in
Don't-
McFonger.
Yeah, don't put these ahead of MacGruber.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will
They're
Forte
taking the
is
Van Dyck 1, 2, 3.
Will Forte is the modern W.C. Fields, William Claude Dukenfield.
He's the W.C. Fields of our time.
Right.
Mhm. Also the Marx Brothers. I've never seen a Marx Brothers film.
Oh, those are
Yeah,
good.
We've all seen those.
Yeah.
I'm told that A Day at the Races is not great.
You got to see see
Duck
Night
Soup.
at the Opera and Duck Soup.
Mhm. Okay.
Those are good. They're funny.
The thing with like classic time-honored films, even recent ones,
Back in my
like
day.
Saturday Night Fever, so just all these films that I haven't seen, I don't feel like I can just like, oh, it's Sunday afternoon at 4. I'm going to turn on a film and watch it by myself.
Why not?
Like now I'm going to experience.
What
I
do you
don't know.
wanna
It
do
feels
then?
You
like
know what
there
will
should
help?
be
Make
like
the-
I missed the boat. and I
Make the
never get to watch
popcorn
them now.
first, and it'll get you in the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it
Ooh,
works.
Okay. It's not
It's
a
a
bad idea.
mnemonic. Yeah. Saturday Night Fever's
All
good.
right.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Watch
hey.
MacGruber.
I will. One of these days.
Yeah. Better than this shit.
It is. No, come, I'm annoyed with you. I love the Blues
I know
Brothers.
you're
Just
annoyed
stop
with
it.
me, but what can
So
I
we
do?
have our first
Belushi.
big car wreck here.
Yeah.
That is not true at all, but it
Oh.
feels like it because it was so long ago that
shopping
we were
mall.
in the mall.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
That was a lot of
that's true.
vehicular mayhem. But yeah,
Yeah.
but this is a nice quick slam.
It's a good
Bam
one.
with
And what I
It's really
appreciate
good.
about this, yeah, it is a good one. And what I appreciate about this one is when the cab just disintegrates on the cab of the
Yep.
truck. It
Yeah.
absolutely disintegrates.
There's 4 guys up there.
It show. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there were.
They're gonna be like
I mean,
Cliff.
God.
What is it? Cliff. What's his name from the Metallica? Bad Situation.
Oh God,
Cliff
Yeah.
Burton.
Cliff Burton. May he rest in
is
peace.
that literally what happened to him?
Yeah.
He was up in the.
He was in the
Mom's
top of the
attic or
tour
whatever?
bus. There's the top bunk, which was the best place to be, and he was there sleeping, middle of the night.
Oh God,
Terrible.
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah. And you lost half of the good old boys. They're the dead old boys.
Yeah. Now they all come climbing out. It's like the A-Team effect. You throw hurling grenades everywhere.
Mhm.
The grenade
Yeah.
goes off, and you see them flying 50 feet in the air. Then they get up and dust themselves off, and
Yeah.
then someone puts the
I
handcuffs
go,
on them.
oh,
No, but you know what?
You got
No,
us.
what I appreciate about this is when that cab just disintegrates and falls apart. It
Mm-hmm.
shows the insulation, the pink insulation comes out.
yeah.
So
I
it's
love
like
that
it's an
too.
actual. Yeah, they just destroyed an actual. You know, it's they're showing the detail of what's inside those cabs. You know, the walls
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
insulated.
Right.
You
You see all
never
this
get the
pink.
sense during this movie that they are not just smashing actual vehicles together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not with actual people inside it with Landis.
Yeah, with dead musicians inside. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
with
absolutely it's
Landis's track
insane.
record with.
And
Yeah.
they scatter everywhere.
John Landis is never going to come on the show.
And you're
now.
like Rain Man. You're going like, of course, there's 4 good old boys on the ground. Hey, you know what?
So it takes some sort of genius to count all the good old boys on the
It's,
ground.
right.
How'd you do that? How do you know there was 4? It's
It
impossible.
says it holds 5. Check the box.
Yeah. Where's Tucker McElroy? He wasn't up there.
Where's Tuck? But it's a fantastic car crash. It really is. I mean, it's really.
It
I don't.
is.
Did they speed the film up a little?
No, I don't think
No.
so.
No,
But
I
it,
think
man,
it's,
it's great.
no.
Interesting thing
How do you
about
do
this.
that? How do you like drive that car and not get killed? How do you
I'll show
drive
you.
either of those cars?
No, but I think what they probably do is they have 2 cars that are rigged. Yeah, you got them.
Yeah.
You can let the cars
Yeah,
go
that's-
Yeah.
and then just do
It
it.
does
with
look like
yeah.
if you watch the 2 shots, it looks like they impact in one shot, and then the next shot they're both just sort of rolling and not
Mhm.
necessarily in contact with each other. So I wonder if they shot it like as 2 different things happening. Like they
Could
shot
be.
the crash, and then separately they shot the reaction that they wanted, just the 2 cars flipping over.
Yeah.
I don't
mean,
know.
either
think they
way,
smash those into each
I
other.
hope everybody was all right.
I'm doing.
Oh no, they
freeze
do. I'm
frame.
not saying they don't smash them into each other. I'm just saying that like if you look at the way they smash into each other, it doesn't look like they're going to flip the way that they flip in the next shot. So it
Yeah,
seems like they
But I think if you
did
get
it in
enough
in
torque,
2 goes.
if you hit something,
Peter Torque?
I mean, I think there's no,
Oh,
and you're
Jesus.
Jean-Luc Picard, and just stop
yeah,
it.
That was gold.
No, it was not gold. It was
was
bronze
real good.
Yeah.
at best.
Yeah,
I noticed freeze framing because like the idea is that they're behind the billboard and that they accelerate quickly, but
Yeah.
if you look frame by frame, you can see the cop car on the other side of the billboard. They had actually rigged it so that the cop car
Oh.
was already going full speed when it passed the
Oh, I
billboard.
see.
So you can see the cop car.
Yeah. They're like
Yeah.
accelerating behind the full length of the
Exactly. Yeah, you
of the
can and you catch
billboard.
a quick glimpse of it when you
Yeah.
freeze frame it. Frame at a time.
They thought nobody would
Okay.
notice, but they didn't see the
Yeah.
Blues Brothers minute coming.
Nope.
You're
Those
right that I
bastards
think
are
they
ours
took
now.
2 different crashes.
See? I'm vindicated.
Yeah.
I shall be awarded with a, whatever you call it, a potato chip sandwich.
Right.
And go make your own.
You really should make one of those, Tom, because it is a singular.
Well, you probably did the same thing, Dan. Is you go, and I still do this day. If I go to Subway, I'll get a sub sandwich and I get a bag of sun chips, and I stuff the sun chips inside the sandwich to add that crunch.
Wow.
I just go ahead.
That sounds nice.
So I take
I've
the
done
subs
that.
and stuff them in there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So we have
really
a
good
nice little
added to
crunch.
like a cold cut sandwich, as an extra layer of crunch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You ever make
That's nice.
the Belgian version? Just a thin layer of mayonnaise, and then the chips. I would never do sun chips. Though. I
Really?
find sun chips to be gross.
Oh, I like them.
Yeah, like what flavor sun chips are
They're
they?
like tortilla,
Like this
and they're
was-
like a little bit.
No, but
sweet.
but they come in like different varieties. Right? There's like
they're
barbecue
all
and
right.
cheddar
What
and
I always have is
stuff.
the
And...
garden salsa.
Oh, that might be the grossest version
Vile.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Have a
for a
potato
sandwich.
chip.
I mean,
Everybody's always trying to cheat the potato chip, make it different. Just have a chip.
yeah.
Chips are great.
You'd be happy to know that
They're
my son's
perfect.
favorite
Kettle
potato chips are just plain old Lay's potato chips.
Lays are great.
No bloody ridges, no bloody flavors.
No thick cut. You get the thin, really thin,
Yeah.
Well, what about the
The
Detroit
yellow
ones? What was it?
bag.
better
What was the
made.
Detroit one, better made. Yeah,
Better made.
better
Oh,
made chips.
Yeah.
Utz.
Utz
yeah,
was
that's
like
the-
the
Utz
East
chips.
Coast, Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, that was
It's
the
got like a
Utz.
weird doll on the front.
Utz is
Yeah,
not
it's
as
creepy
good.
at all.
Utz is not as good as Better Made, I must say.
I don't
I'll
know
tell
that
you
I've
what I
had
did
better
rifle
made.
through. I rifled through. There was an Utz around Christmas time. It was there were cheese balls, but they were white
God.
cheddar, so they were for the Christmas time. There were
The pirate
snowballs.
booty.
So they're
No,
good
no.
for you.
No, it was the cheese balls, but they were white, so they were called snowballs.
Oh
Oh,
God.
I see.
So I sat in the kitchen,
Delicious.
standing up, looking against just staring at the wall, standing up,
Right.
just rifling them into my mouth.
hmm
I
The
can't
bag would
keep
get
chips
smaller
in the
and
house.
smaller.
Chips
Yeah.
of any kind, can't keep them in the house.
I have been. You
No.
mentioned popcorn. I've been on a big popcorn kick lately.
Popcorn
That's a
is
good
Popcorn
way to
and
curb
eating it.
That's a good way to curb the appetite without going overboard.
Yeah.
But it feels like a kind of overboard though. It feels like there's like just I'm
You're stuffing
stuffing
your
myself
face.
with air. Yeah.
I have a
Getting popcorn farts.
yeah. It does make me toot.
But if you could just get fresh popped popcorn without much on it, then there's nothing wrong with it. Actually, it's got a lot of fiber in it and it's healthy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
good.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
It's
I
good.
do a little olive oil and some salt, and that's about it.
Just a little olive
Yeah.
oil. That's good. Salt.
Yeah.
I notice like I get so crazed with the popcorn at the movies, the salty, and like
Yeah.
like my I don't know if I mentioned this, but my success rate of like eating popcorn is like 60% is making it into my mouth. Like
Yeah, it's all
it's
over
like
yourself.
40% loss.
How does that? Is it because you grab like too big of a handful and it just can't all get to your mouth? Or
Yeah, it's
are
like
you
I've got too
tossing
big
it
of a
and you're
handful, and
missing,
I'm
or-
trying to make it go in, and I can't.
Yeah.
But I need it as soon as possible. And
Do
so
you
that
like-
there's
Yeah.
some soldiers have to die for that to happen.
Right.
Do you like the
Sorry.
butter topping at the movie theater?
No, I go. I'll get it if somebody I'm with wants it, but I generally don't go with the butter. I just go with the
Do you know the old trick
good
on how to
salt.
get the butter? You know the trick on how to get the butter even through it?
Well, you can
Oh,
bring
my
a
son discovered
bag
this.
and then shake it around and put the butter in. But what were you
'cause
thinking?
You
Oh,
get
you
the big
piker.
tub, right? The big tub. And
Yeah.
then you go get a
I
straw.
usually get the
You get a
bag, the
straw-
smaller bag.
but you get a straw. See what I'm saying?
Oh,
You get a straw.
oh,
And you walk over to the pump where the pump is for the butter topping,
yeah.
and you pump and you go ahead and you hit the top with it. You know, you pump the topping on the top, but then you stick the straw into the bottom of the bag, and then you pump it into
You
the
give it
straw.
some pumps into the straw.
It
It also
goes all
makes
the
your
way
Coke
down.
taste better when you've
God.
got a butter laced straw.
No, you don't, asshole. You dispose of the straw when you're done with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but then the butter goes down the straw to the bottom, and then you lift
I
the
quote,
straw up a little bit.
Yeah.
You lift the straw up a little bit, and then you get to the next layer and the next layer.
I quote
God damn it.
manager Lou Brown when I say, "That's a hell of an idea."
That's a hell of an idea.
That is a great
If you're putting
idea.
that much effort into getting that much popcorn or butter on your popcorn, I'm just picturing like this
right.
block of like yellow festering
Yeah.
nugget of doom just sitting in your gut.
Yeah, and you
Can't
and your
leave.
hands are all
Fine.
greasy
I don't go
at
to the
that
movies that
point.
often. When I go
Yeah.
bananas.
And then the
Fuck
lights
it.
come on at
I
the
do
end.
too.
The lights come on at the end, and you're just like, "Oh my god, I feel sweaty."
What have I done?
And I feel
Oh,
just
no.
Yeah,
loaded.
it's at the
Oh,
end.
no.
Oh,
You do
no.
feel like shit
Oh,
at the
no.
end. There's a big mess, and there's like popcorn all over my pants and like in the thing.
I can't keep my lunch down.
And I've got one popcorn kernel like stuck in my eyebrow or something.
What did I do?
I look around like, what are we gonna go home? Is it time to go? Is it time to go home?
You go into the men's room all guilty and you're like madly washing your hands. You're
Yeah.
like, it can't come up. I can't wash the butter
Yeah,
off.
these dirty
What have I
hands.
done?
Yeah.
And you,
Dirty,
then the lights
dirty.
come on, and you realize you're there alone. And you,
Yeah.
you know, and then you walk outside, and you realize you don't have a home anymore. That you actually live in this van that you have.
Yeah, right.
And you're like, oh,
You realize
Oh,
that you're
no.
yeah.
oh no.
You realize that you're John Dillinger and you get gunned down.
Yeah.
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 I only have
It's so sad.
Coca-Cola once a year, or like once, not once a year, but just basically only when I go to the movies. So it's so special
Mhm.
at this point,
Yeah.
and it's so delicious. And that's the way to do Coca-Cola or a soda, is to just have
Yeah.
one.
I do a Sprite at the theater.
yeah.
Butter popcorn and a Coke.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
Maybe
it's
some
the
Twizzlers
greatest.
if you're going bananas.
Yeah.
I told you the trick of eating the Twizzlers first and then the popcorn tastes like Frankenberry.
Yeah, right. You did mention that, yeah.
Yeah.
Snozberries
Genius.
taste like snozberries.
I generally just go savory
That's fair.
outside of the drink, obviously.
Hey, does
Yeah,
anyone have
yeah.
any feelings about trivia?
All right.
Say.
Unreally.
Trivia Pursuit.
Didn't see it coming.
Wait till the end of the song. Let's just listen to it.
Okay.
Oh,
It is good.
Quiet.
We don't savor
No.
it enough. I'm sorry. What kind of trivia do we have?
Well, we
man?
could do the Trivial Pursuit again, you guys.
I enjoy
Yeah,
the
I'll do
Trivial
it.
Pursuit. It takes me back. It feels like it's 1981,
Yeah.
and Chorus Line is still the longest running Broadway show,
oh,
and
shut
Yeah.
up.
and
Shut
and
up.
questions about Jimmy Carter
shut
are
up,
still all
shut
the
up.
rage.
And remember that it's
shut
a 1981 answers.
Mhm.
And so what I'll do is I'll just go. I'll go 6 cards, one of each. What do you think? So par 6.
Yeah, so pretty much
Okay.
just say
All right, you
Soviet
ready?
Union if you don't know.
Okay. Right. Ready? Geography. Okay. What's the largest city in India? Okay. Fine.
At this
Delhi.
time- No, it's Bombay.
Oh, is it Bombay?
Right. It would also.
Which
I
is
think it would be
Mumbai.
called
Dr.
Mumbai now, right? Is that right, Mike?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Mumbai, but it was
says
it's
Dubai
Bombay.
spelled backwards.
Bombay in 1981, but Mike's right to do the. I tried to trick him there, but he just did the right thing. He answered with the 1981 answer. Entertainment
Yeah,
is
I'll
next.
tell you what though, I might
Okay.
be a loony, I might be crazy, but I'm a well-traveled crazy.
Yeah, he knows
You are.
he knows the whole Earth.
Yeah.
He's
You're
been
cultured.
kooky
You're a
everywhere.
real cultured motherfucker.
Yep, I've been kooky in many countries, my friend.
Right.
Yeah,
You were a kooky
You're
cuckoo
pro.
clock in Switzerland. What
you're pro from Dover.
what film account of the liberation of Paris was written by Francis Ford Coppola and Gore Vidal?
God, Patton. So is Patton considered a movie about the liberation of France?
No.
Maybe.
No.
I don't
Anyway.
know.
Well, let's
The
take
answer
Take
is-
this
somebody
one
who wrote
slow.
Patton.
No, don't. Take it
Take-
slow, because I
take it
want
away.
to try
Okay.
liberation of France.
I think it was Caligula. No, I'm joking.
I want it to be Caligula.
All right, go ahead, tell us.
It's the movie Is Paris Burning?
I
Never heard of it.
that.
Next.
Never heard of that.
Okay, history.
Yeah,
I'm not cultured
bullshit.
like Mike. I don't know these things.
What daughter of Tsar Nicholas II is said to have escaped death in the Russian Revolution?
Anastasia.
Oh yeah, Anastasia.
That's right, Anastasia. Good job, guys.
I want all the history questions to only be about 1981. for
Okay.
this,
Killed the
section.
czars and his ministers. Anastasia screamed in vain. Rode a tank in the general's rank. While the
What song is
blitzkrieg
that
reigned and the bodies stank. Sympathy for the devil.
Oh, I didn't recognize
I've
the
heard
way
of it.
you were singing it there. I love that song, though.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of a little more of a
Oh,
jump
yeah,
jive
I'm
and
getting it
wail
now.
sort of.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
And
Anastasia.
arts and literature. Who won the night?
Go ahead.
The yellow wallpaper.
Who won the 1976 Nobel Prize for his novel Humboldt's Gift?
Oh God, I don't know.
Michael?
Mike's cultured.
Time
He'll
is
know.
running out,
No,
and
is
there's
this,
the buzzer.
Is this Henry
Time is out.
Miller?
Saul Bellow.
Oh yeah, Saul.
Whatever.
Yeah, all right.
Didn't Saul Bellow write Rabbit Run? I bet you he did.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up.
Look it
Rabbit Run.
Look it
Oh,
up.
Dan
Rabbit
reads the
Run,
next one.
Saul
That'll give me
Bellow.
the advantage.
Oh, the Fixer. No, the Fixer.
Science!
Remember the Fixer? The Fixer.
No.
He
I
wrote
don't
the
know.
Fixer.
Science.
Look it up.
What
Saul
food?
Science.
Bellow.
What food got? It's not really a
Saul
science question.
God.
What food got its name from the way it hung in bunches like grapes?
Testicles.
Bananas. Oh,
Grapefruit.
Oh, really?
Grapefruit.
Really?
Grapefruit, sir.
Grapefruit. I never knew that. You learn something new every 1981.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
Keep
Oh,
going.
well, that was trivia.
No.
Thanks, everybody.
What the hell are you doing?
Gordon,
Shut the music
what are you
off.
doing?
No.
Let's
Wait,
have
why?
a trivia
What?
show one time.
Shut the music off. There's one more category.
Oh, my God. Really?
He doesn't
After
want to know it
science?
because it's sports and leisure. He doesn't know anything about sports.
Ugh.
Okay, ready?
Good.
I forgot that
Okay,
existed.
fine.
Okay.
What was originally called the Pluto platter?
Goff.
Goff,
Pluto
except
platter.
for we don't have an L the way you and I do.
The Pluto platter.
The Pluto platter.
I'm about to do a Pluto platter when we get off the
All right.
air.
Because it's sports and leisure.
Oh, it's gonna be leisure.
Well, it's a sort of a sport, sort of a leisure.
Right.
I'll give you another clue. Another way to ask the question would be: what toy was originally called the Pluto platter?
God.
Hmm.
Sit and spin? Sit and spin. I'm going to go do a sit and spin and a
That's the
Pluto platter as
grossest
soon as we
sounding
get off the
toy
air.
since wet banana.
Yeah.
It's a frisbee.
Since Tickle Me Elmo. Oh, really?
Pluto
Frisbee.
platter.
Okay.
Frisbee, that's right. The Pluto platter. That was trivia.
Pluto platter.
Now,
Hey!
do the music again.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I used that phrase to my mom one time when I was pissed at her when I was younger.
Pluto platter?
That was trivia?
I go sit and spin, Ma.
Oh. Was that like
That was
Happy Days?
disgusting.
Did they do that in Happy Days?
No, that was sit on it.
Yeah,
That was
sit
sit
on
on
it, Potsy.
No, I had just come back from
Maybe they meant to
University of
sit-
Michigan.
Sit on it, Potsy.
I just come back from a week at University of Michigan baseball camp, Tom. I mean, Dan. Tom doesn't care.
Yeah, what are you looking at
And
me
that
for?
was what everybody
I
was
don't give a
saying.
shit.
They'd flip each other off and say, "Sit and spin, asshole."
Well, Tom
So
went
my
to a
mom got-
University of Michigan camp, too.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
was a
And I sat and
creepy
spun.
camp. Yeah. My mom was giving me some attitude one time, and I said, "Sit and spin, Ma." What'd you say? I said nothing.
Well, listen. Now it's
There
time
we
to
go.
thank the patrons.
Oh, here we go.
Is Dan there?
It's not, well, I mean, yeah, I
Oh.
had to kind of mute for a second.
Okay.
I had to go whiz.
Oh, yeah?
You
You sound like you're in the bathroom now.
That's where he was. He
You're doing a
didn't wanna
Pluto
make-
I'm
platter.
in the bathroom now, yeah. Sorry, guys.
Sitting and spinning. The Dan Lewis story. But listen. This urination by Dan is brought to you by Mark Mavora, Captain America, Mike's #1 fan, Snork Porterhouse.
Wait.
What?
Why is Mark Mavora always first? Why does he always get top billing?
Because he was literally first.
He was
our
the
very
first patron.
Oh.
patron.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
You got
then
a
that's
problem with
understandable.
that?
No.
Show respect where respect is due.
No,
So
never
those guys and Pork Snorter House
Oh,
has a
here we
casserole
go.
to pass. And Mark, why do I say Mark? Matt Carson, our old buddy Matt Carson, Scott Bishop, and Private Pile. We thank you.
Yeah.
We speak your
I've
names.
got some patrons to thank as well, if I could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please do.
Oh, okay. I'd like to thank Robert Borkhouse, Flip Jackass House, Creepy
Uh-huh.
Tommy House,
Sure.
and NapTimeComedy.com Plug House. Thank you.
So why does it? You know what?
Beautiful.
Nap time should become a patron, so they would get a plug at the end.
Oh, that's not bad thinking.
Jeez, that's a good idea.
And then old Tom Taylor will laugh all the way to the
Yeah,
bank.
I'll
I'd like
run
to
it by the
thank-
crew.
I'd like to. I'd like to thank Sridhar House, Naptime House,
Hey,
or Naptime Sridhar House.
are any of our listeners in the Bay Area? If they are, check us out on January 27th in the sketch showcase.
yeah.
for the Sketchfest. I'll be doing a monologue for this one, which
Hey,
is
man.
a little big challenge for me.
Is it? Yeah, that's actually hats off to you on that one.
A lot of memorizing going on there, buddy.
I'm
Let me
serious.
tell
Oh my
you.
god, that makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's oh boy,
All the
you don't even
memorizing.
know.
I don't want to know.
It's a theater that only holds like 40 people.
Oh, they're all gonna be
They're all
looking right at you,
Yeah,
waiting for you to mess up.
And they're all just right there too.
yeah,
Those
God.
black
judging
box
you.
theaters.
You'll
Yeah.
hear
not
them
like
munching
when
on their
I-
popcorn.
No, they're
I
on like
told you that-
folding chairs right in front of me. It's just like,
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I told you the time I went to see Dan's sketch comedy. Remember when
No, you
I
didn't.
told you a story when I went to
he didn't go see sketch
I went
comedy,
out
but
to-
go ahead. You didn't.
Well, that was something else. What was that?
Yes,
That was
you went and
sketch
saw
comedy.
improv.
Oh God.
That's what
I
it
thought you
was.
said you
Was that
didn't do
improv?
improv.
That's improv. Yeah.
Wait a minute,
You
wait
went
a
and saw improv.
So aha. So you've been lying to me this whole time. You do improv, and I saw
No.
it.
Yeah, this is
This was-
confusing to me, Dan.
This was years ago. I was in
And you were just
improv
filling in for somebody, weren't you?
classes at the time.
You were young and you needed the money.
I needed. We all experimented in college, didn't we?
Sure.
You did improv
You
porn.
never inhaled.
I told you
You
I
did a
don't do
little,
improv anymore. Maybe no one went up there
I
and
know
told
nobody
you
came
to
up
wait
there.
for
I
a while.
get you. Yeah, I know. Good.
Made a
Go
lot
get
of
your
money too.
improv box.
Go get your improv box. Hey,
Hey, listen.
quick
Well,
question.
what? Hey,
okay.
Yeah, I wanted to let you know real quick too. I forgot to note that the Sunday Times crossword had a 25 across from this week was R&B's Blank Brothers, and it was 5 letters.
Oh,
And I wanted for it to be blues, but it was Isley.
are you
Oh,
dead serious?
Yeah, it made a lot more sense than
Losers.
Blues Brothers.
Yeah, because they're
Never heard of the Isley brothers.
Who was this? Will Shorts.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, he doesn't write them all, but he's the editor. But yeah,
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
yeah.
But hey, listen. If you want to be cool like Mark Mavora
Hey,
and
listen.
his merry band of patrons,
Yeah.
you should go to patreon.com/ditchdiggers. You can not only, by supporting us over there, you can get early access to these shows. You can get your name read on the air like we're doing with these wonderful people.
Is that actually
You
happening
can get
right
us
now?
to like send them. Wait, what?
Are they actually getting early access to the shows now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
For God's sake. Yes.
You remember
Pre-fun, we call it.
We got a comment in the listeners' hole that basically revealed that there was an early listen. You know, someone had a
Yeah,
comment.
yeah. They were laughing in the future.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
It was the Picard.
And you could be
one,
like that
wasn't it?
too. Just head over to patreon.com/ditchdiggers and support us.
The world needs
love of
ditch
God.
diggers
It
too.
was the Picard joke, wasn't it?
That's right. Stupid
right.
joke. Even stupid in the future.
Good joke.
Yeah.
It's good across time.
Right.
Hey, find us on Facebook where these jokes are being discussed over the Blues Brothers Minute listeners hole. Find us
Oh,
on
God.
Twitter at Blues Bros Minute. iTunes, go rate and review and subscribe. Go to
Takes
YouTube, see us
forever.
over there.
I got a great crossword puzzle.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's a 4-letter word. All right. A cross. We'll say it's a cross.
Yeah.
Your blank. Your blank is in the sink.
Want to hear a joke?
All right, everybody. I think we're done here. Everybody, good night.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Come back next time.
Sit and spin.
Hey, you scratched my ankle.